All right, here we go. Let's kill our lawn. This is what the garden looked like the first summer we lived in this house. We put zinnias in. And this is what the garden looked like this summer, 2021. Um, this was the original size of the front garden, just along the sidewalk. And about the second year, we expanded on the left a little bit there, but we didn't do anything too crazy because we were just renting. But we bought the house and we celebrate it by expanding the garden. And here's my hippie husband and his Birkenstocks doing the first cut on the new part of the garden. And what you're going to see is the journey that followed. Okay, here's what's happening with the front garden. We took out this 3x3 square here. There's gonna be a path there, and I think we're just gonna keep doing 3x3 squares as the season goes on. So hopefully we're gonna do another one today, and I wanna put some of the winter sowing plants in there. Okay, I'm looking at these poppy winter sowing bottles, and I'm gonna put them here in the front garden. I'm digging a new space. Okay, and there they are, planted. Yeah, I think that's a black swan, hen and chick, peony, and pink poppy. I think at least one or two of each will establish here. And then back there is Nicotiana that actually grew inside. And those are some of the seeds and bulbs coming up that I put in, I don't know, maybe 2-3 weeks ago. So it's starting to fill out. I think I'm going to run out of space before I run out of plants, though. Okay, I'm digging up this front area here, and look at this dandelion root. Oh my gosh, that's why they stick around so long. Can you even believe that? It's huge. So yeah, if you're ever wondering why you keep getting dandelions, they got roots for days. Okay, real quick, here's 3 more winter sowing containers I'm planting out. Okay, these plants grew from seeds I collected at a forest preserve. They're just not happy in here. They're totally root bound. They probably get really long roots, so I'm guessing they want to go in the ground. I don't know how they're going to do. I'm going to put them in here in the front and just see what happens. I would guess at least some would survive. Oh man, I watered and it already needs some more. Okay, I'm going to get these in, water again. All right, quick and easy, just pop the whole thing in. And yeah, I mean, they look healthy. I've never grown them before. I'm not entirely sure what plant they are. So it'll be a interesting discovery when they grow this summer. Okay, I'm out in the front yard here, and the other day, one of the kids in the neighborhood, she came by and she said, "Oh, your flowers are so pretty." And I said, "Do you want to make a bouquet?" And she said, "Yes." So we made a bouquet from the flowers, and she took it home. Okay, can I have it, please? Thank you. So it got me thinking that wouldn't it be fun to have a spot for the kids or anyone in the neighborhood to make a bouquet if they wanted to. And I have lots of annual flowers from growing inside and from winter sowing. So I think I am going to switch this. There we go. I'm going to dig up a spot in the front yard. So right opposite of our front door here along the sidewalk. Maybe 3x3 area, and put a sign that people can make their own bouquet. Okay, I use this square shovel here to dig up. Let me see if I can get one. I basically dug a bunch of squares in this whole area, so it's like a grid. And now I'm just going to shake off some of this dirt and then toss them in the wheelbarrow. Okay, there's the first row up, and this gives you a better idea of the clumps, the square clumps I've taken out. And then I just get the extra dirt off of here with my little shovel. So first row done. I think there's like four more to get to the sidewalk there. Okay, there it is dug up. I'm not sure, maybe 4 by 3. I think I'm gonna put bricks along the edge of the sidewalk here just to keep it a little bit more clean. And then I might start transplanting some of the plants tonight. Alright, here are a few of the winter sowing bottles that I'm going to put here in the cutting garden. These are plants that were left over from the plant sale that I put in there. So I'm going to transplant them out. It's evening, it's cooled off a bit. It's still pretty warm, but I think if I keep them hydrated over the next couple days, they'll be alright. I know they're ready to get out of these bottles. Okay, here it is all planted out. We got the marigolds over here, Rebecca back there, snapdragon there, feverfew over there. Alright, we're planting this hibiscus plant that's been inside all winter. I grew it from seed last year, and then it was at my mom's house all summer, and then we had it inside all winter, and now we're going to put it out here in the front yard where it's going to get a lot of sun. It's looking kind of rough, but hopefully it'll bounce back once it gets in the ground. And here is the mahogany hibiscus planted. It was so root bound in that pot that the water was only getting about an inch deep. So it looks rough right now, but I think it's going to perk up and be happy being in the ground here. And it can actually spread its roots and get some water. So that'll be cool. We'll see how it does. Okay, today's goal is to keep going with this garden in the front here. I started at the corner so I could kind of get an idea of where it's headed. So the goal is to get this dug out today. And my mom is going to come over and help out with my helper here. So, but you can see the plants that were put in here are doing well. We've had some cold temperatures this week, but they're still looking all right. And the garden's definitely transitioned out of daffodils and tulips, and it's into some of the late spring, early summer flowers. We got Canterbury bells and the salvia, and what do we have? Oh, the foxglove. Foxglove's looking really good. So, yeah, just gonna keep working on this because I have a lot of winter sown plants to get in the ground, and we'll see how far we get today. All right, I got this piece at the end dug out, so that's good. I gotta get the wheelbarrow and put all the hunks of turf in there. So now I just gotta get that space in between. So yeah, this is gonna be the corner, and the garden's gonna extend this way and that way. So it was good to get this piece figured out. And then this area here, right in here to the driveway, is going to be a path. So we'll have garden, path, garden, and then more garden that way. But I don't think we're going to get that done today. Definitely not today. Probably not this week. But if we can get this part done, we'll be doing all right. Trying to measure this out and get it right, but this bed is not the same width here as it is down there. So this path and bed are further away from the sidewalk than this new spot is. So we're just kind of trying to figure out how to get, we're trying to have 3 feet, 3 feet, and 3 feet wide. But up over there, that garden, that part of the garden is not 3 feet wide. So just trying to decide what we want to do. Okay, so we have this side strung with string and dug out just right along the edge there. And now we're trying to get this side straightened out. What we figured out is, if you can see those two pieces of wood back there, that point was not 3 feet. So we're going to bring it out a little bit to make this part even, make that part 3 feet. Which is fine because there's a plant I wanted to move out a little bit anyway. So expanding this will work out. So you can see this area in the wood, I need to dig out all the way down to there to even this out. And then I want to move this salvia. It's getting kind of hidden, so I wanted to move that out anyway. So that'll give it a little bit more space. That'll give it a better corner there, and it'll make all 3 parts even. So now I just gotta work on digging. Well, we gotta measure that. It's almost done. Then we gotta work on digging, which is the hard part. Measuring's tough too, but the digging's the manual labor. We just finished the edging, so we dug up the grass around the edge here and squared this off a bit more. Basically, I measured it, and I'm not good at measuring, and so this was all wonky. So my husband came in and got it more straightened out. It's not perfect because the yard's a little bumpy, but so now we're going to go in and start cleaning this middle out. So I think we'll get this done today. We're on pretty good track here, but that's the progress right now. All right, just see we've gotten quite a bit done here. So where should I start? I'll start over here. So my husband dug out the rest of this bed, so that was the big goal today, to get from here to there. I still have to knock like the dirt off of those clumps back into the bed. That's just time consuming. It's not like super hard. I'm just letting them dry a little bit. But basically, we're going to be probably ready to plant that up tomorrow, which I'm so excited about. I have a bunch of plants to go in there. And then we decided to start on this part here. So this is another 3-foot bed going down to the sidewalk. And it's going to connect up with the little cutting garden bed I started there. So eventually it's going to be, you know, this 3 feet wide garden and this 3 feet wide garden, 3 foot wide garden, and then a 3 foot wide garden to over there. Sort of like a big U shape. And then eventually we're going to, you know, mulch all the paths and mulch the area in the middle there and have a bench or something, a little seating area. But for right now, just gotta work on knocking the dirt off here and along the edge there. But we're in good shape. This is a lot more than I thought we were gonna get done today. It helped a lot that my mom came over, and it also helped that my husband is a pretty hard worker, and he's usually too busy to come out here and help. So that made a big difference today too. So I'm just really excited to get this planted up with all of the perennials that I have mostly from winter sowing. So great, just plugging along. I think we're on our 3rd or 4th wheelbarrow full of sod, so that's been interesting too. We have to take it all the way to the back to the compost bin. All right, better get to work.
Another grass block. You ready? Hello. Hi.
All right, it's about to be dark. The sun's gone down. So I filled in all of that there. I just have to fill in this little bit. And then I'm starting to fill in down these rows as well. I'd say we worked on this for 6 hours with quite a few breaks with the kids and stuff. But yeah, I'm so excited about this. I've been thinking about it and planning it for like a year, and now it's becoming a reality. So yeah, that always feels good. It's just a lot of work at this stage. Okay, now that I've got the front garden space, well, most of the one section done, I'm just going to start planting plants. And this is the fun part. It's almost like going to a nursery, just going through the winter sowing plants. I have a lot to choose from, which is cool. And they are looking all right. They've survived. I think they've been open for, I don't know, maybe 2 weeks now. So this is kind of what I was waiting for all winter to be able to have all these plants to go in the garden. I definitely have absolutely more than I could possibly find space for at the moment. But I think all of these guys, maybe not all of this, but some of these, but the rest of these guys are going to get homes today. And these too. Okay, this part is done, and this part we're still working on, but this is what I have been dreaming about for like a year, is getting these plants in here, especially this corner. I've been planning that out. I have a prairie dock plant. They get really, dock, D-O-C-K, prairie dock, and they get really big leaves, so it's just this tiny seedling right now. But it'll probably take up like most of this space when it's full size. And then a lot of these other plants are native plants grown from Prairie Moon Seeds. So I'm really excited to create this garden space. And since they're perennials and this is their first year, they're probably going to be kind of small. It's going to take them a little while to establish. So I'll probably put some annuals in between just to have some color there this year. But next year it's gonna be great. This is really, really exciting, and I'm just so happy to be working on this project. All right, I've got those planted there. This is my son's stepping stone path here. He likes that stepping stone, so we put it in the middle. And these are a few more winter sowing plants I'm going to put in this front garden. All right, here's a few more plants. We're losing daylight here, but I'm going to try to get these in. These are some annuals and like 2 perennials. Let's see. So I'm just going to find spots in amongst the perennials to put these annuals, and hopefully they won't get too big where they shade out the perennials, but they'll provide just enough color this year to make the garden look good. Okay, we're finally done with the digging part, which was the hard part of this project. So we finished this part and planted it up Sunday night, and then we spent yesterday, Monday, digging out the rest of this, and today I finished it off and we did the bricks and all that, and now it's evening, Tuesday evening, and I'm going to start putting these winter sowing plants in here. I have a ton. Definitely, have more than maybe I need for this area, but I'm just going to plant them and see. They're perennials and annuals. I also have some spots in here I could probably fill in with some of the annuals. But I'm excited. This is great. It was a lot of work. It was a lot of time, but now it's going to be fun to watch everything grow. And then that's going to be where the second path is there. I just have bricks there for now. So that way, when you're walking around the garden, you don't have to go all the way around to get from one side to the other. There's a path here and a path there. And eventually this middle area, we're planning on having mulched and then put a bench in. And eventually the garden will loop all the way around here. So that's the plan. But this is all we're doing for right now. It's June. We got to get the rest of these plants in and just go into maintenance. Lots of things need to be weeded and watered, and need to focus on that for a while. Okay, I've got the bottles laid out, sort of where I'm going to put them. We'll see as I start planting. I might need to move them just a bit. And there's so many to go through. All right, here is the next section of plants that I'm going to put in. There are the other two areas I planted up so far, and all the empty bottles over there. And then once I get those planted, I have all of these sunflowers here that I'm going to put all over the garden, and I'll go through those next. Okay, they're all planted. Most went in this area, and a few went over there by the hydrangea, and a few went around the corner in the side garden. But yeah, it looks pretty good. Just going to give it a good soak and call it a night. The white linen poppies from winter sowing. There's the first poppies to bloom in the garden this year. Well, in the front garden, I should say. And they look so pretty and dainty. Okay, we finally got the summer storm we've been needing. And it's a doozy. There's the salvias all down and all those flowers blown off the tree there, but oh, the lamb's ear is all down. But we needed this. Hopefully it doesn't do too much damage. It's going through real fast though. We'll see. All right, it's August 2nd, and I'm just going to do a walk by on the front garden here so you can see what's blooming. Quite a variety. So I think I need to back up a little. Get it all in. Nicotiana has been going strong all season. Smells good, looks good. Got some sunflowers, 4 o'clocks, zinnias, millet, some dahlias, those dark colored dahlias down, or dark leaf dahlias, sunflowers, some natives in that corner. This is the Tithonia, getting big there. Some more sunflowers and zinnias. Some amaranth down there. Celosia, feverfew, gomphrena up in the front here. Let me walk around to the front. These are the signs about people making their own bouquets we put up. And here we go. You see, oh, the bunny tail grass back there. So yeah, these are all cutting flowers here. There's some snapdragons down there in the front. Black-eyed Susan and alyssum. There's some bells of Ireland back there somewhere. There they are. Some more millet. Basil. There's basil in here. This is a convolvulus. Zinnia, calendula. Some more sunflowers. Some cosmos that haven't bloomed yet.
Ice cream?
And
You won?
there's the back there.
I have chocolate.
Okay, it is mid-August and we are planning for next year. So, the plan's always been to expand this front garden here and make like a little room back there. But we just haven't decided on the exact dimensions. So this is about 5 feet here. I just pasted it out. I didn't measure it. And put a stake in. I think we're going to try to have like a arbor here. And then that will walk in a bit. And then open up to kind of a room here with at least like one bench or a corner bench and something here. We're still kind of working on that. What we'll put there. This is an annual, so that won't stay. This is a perennial. This is a tree, so that'll get much bigger. But it's really slow growing, so it'll take a while. And then this whole area here, all of that will be garden. And these 3 markers indicate where there'd just be a little footpath to walk along so you can kind of cut through. Okay, so from the front here, we have this part up along the sidewalk. And when we do this, this will all be right up to the sidewalk and there right up to the driveway garden. And we have that area kind of figured out. And then this area we haven't quite figured out yet. I know we want to have like a path going up there, a pretty wide one, but we're not sure what to do underneath the tree here. But I think this will keep us busy for next year. Okay, busy planting bulbs. I've got this first section done here. Got a little bit back in this corner, and then I've got the front section up here planted. So I still have to do all of this and back over here. Okay, so it's October 10th, and we just had a rainy morning. And we're pretty close to our first frost. Usually happens between the 5th and the 15th. We've been having some warm weather, and this front garden is still, I mean, some of the stuff's dead, but still a lot of blooms, still a lot of activity from bees, and just a delight to have so much. Oh, there's a bee there. So much activity and color still, and just really enjoying the last sort of hurrah for this area. It's been a good year, and I'm so glad we pushed forward with this and got everything planted, and all that work back in the spring was totally worth it. And I'm hoping that some of these perennials will fill in a bit more next year. We have a lot of annuals this year with the color, and I put several hundred, I think it's going to end up being bulbs in this new area. And our established garden looks pretty good too, all those seed heads. So yeah, just a little break in the rain October day in the garden. And next year, it's all about this area that is going to become the garden next year. And I feel we can do it after going through this year with all of this section and how much work that was. I think we can do it. So yeah, this will probably be one of the last videos of the garden this year. Just waiting on the frost.